Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hazila binti Abu Hanifa. Today I will present about the global warming. Global warming is the long-term warming of Earth's climate system that has been seen from the pre-industrial period as a result of human activity, principal fossil fuel combustion, which is increase the heat trapped greenhouse gas level in the atmosphere. The terms are frequently used interchangeably, while the latter refer to both human and nature causes. As well as the consequences for our world, the average increase in Earth's global surface temperature is the most popular metric. Human activity are thought to have elevated Earth's global average temperature by around 1 degree Celsius since the pre-industrial period, a number that is currently increased at a rate of 0.2 degrees Celsius per decade. Human activity has unmistakably warmed the climate, ocean, and also the land. Now, I will tell about the causes of global warming. First and foremost, burning fossil fuel. We discharge CO2 pollution into the environment when we burn the fossil fuel like a coal and gas to generate energy or power of car. In comparison to the rest of the world, Australia, a major CO2 polluter, our CO2 pollution per person is double that of other wealthy countries and more than 4 times that of the rest of the globe. In Australia, power generation is the leading sources of carbon pollution, with coal accounting for 70% of our electrical and gas accounting for 30%. That remain 40% come from the carbon-free renewable energy sources like hydro, solar, and wind. Next, I will tell about the tree clearing and deforestation. Because they take carbon dioxide from the air and release oxygen back into it, plant and tree play a vital role in the climate regulation. Forests and bushland operate as a carbon sink, helping to keep global warming below 1 to 5 degrees Celsius. Humans, on the other hand, remove enormous swaths of land all about the world for farming, urban and infrastructure development, and the sale of tree products like lumber and palm oil. When vegetation is cut down or burned, the stored carbon is released as CO2, which contribute to global warming. Lastly, agriculture and farming. Methane, a greenhouse gas, is produced by livestock such as sheep and cattle. The amount of methane created by livestock grazing on a vast scale, such as in Australia, is a significant contributor to global warming. Some of the ones used by the farmer also emit nitrous oxide, which is a greenhouse gas. Agriculture accounts for 60% of Australia's total greenhouse gas emission. Next, I will talk about the policy of global warming. Climate policy include the policy to reduce the greenhouse gas emission and remove greenhouse gas from the atmosphere so that the climate does not change as much or as quickly, and policy to adapt to climate change, exciting communities and business in building resiliency and avoid the worst effect. First, set the local emission goal. We realized we had to actually, as a local government in Pennsylvania, which is the third largest producer of greenhouse gas in the US, despite having a right to a clean environment protected in its state constitution. Carbon neutrality should be achieved as soon as possible, but no later than 2050. According to our resolution, the resolution's passage afforded the opportunity and in some way the necessity of incorporating ambition implication into all township decision making. Local government can figure out when the solution meet their community need and function with their state legislative landscape by setting such a goal at the local level. This is in Thailand using 100% wind power, developing a LEED gold public world facility, working on zoning modification to encourage green building, low impact stormwater infrastructure, and planting tree with the local school children, teachers, and also family. Second, be smart about your air conditioner. Air conditioners have a significant influences on the environment both in terms of energy use and the refrigerants they consume, which super greenhouse gases are known as a hydrofluorocarbon. HFC are short-lived pollutants with a global warming impact 100 to 1000 of times greater than carbon dioxide in terms of mass. Parallel initiatives to improve the efficiency of air conditioner having the potential to contribute this climate benefit, avoiding up to the full degree Celsius by the end of the country. Third, encourage electric vehicles. America are driving longer distance in the same old automobile, and because we really on oil-based fuel to power the majority of our transport system, moving people and communities is the leading sources of carbon emission in United States. Because we use very little oil to generate electrical and the power grid is become cleaner as the natural gas and renewable replace coal. Electrifying as much of the transportation sector as possible could help accelerate the energy transition. It will be difficult to develop a transport system that allows us to travel around without using the oil. However, we will have more enjoyable car to drive, cleaning air, and a climate that we can recognize. 4. Be smart about nuclear power. The federal government and state should adopt a carbon tax or a lower carbon electricity standard to ascend preserve current nuclear power and promote investment in renewable and energy efficiency. By factoring the cost of climate change-related harm into the price of fossil fuels, this policy would help level the playing field for low-carbon technology. In the absence of such regulations, some states are providing subsidy to keep profit facility open. States that are adopting this method should limit their subsidy, alter them over time to safeguard consuming, and only give them to plants that meet or access the most stringent federal safety standard as part of a broader strategy to reduce carbon emission. Subsidy should be combined with a greater investment in renewable and energy efficiency. As a conclusion, one of the most pressing concerns among people is global warming. Global warming is caused by a variety of factors, including the greenhouse effect, the use of fossil fuels, and deforestation. Global warming has an impact on ecosystem rainfall, ice melting, and human, all of which have an impact on their health and livelihood. If individuals are not well practiced in minimize carbon emission, law and regulation implementation, and good forest and agriculture management, global warming will be difficult to fix. Individuals who adjust their lifestyle will be more effective in finding solutions to this problem. Individuals can help to mitigate the effect of global climate change by modifying their habits. That's all for me. Thank you.